It's Monday, December 8th, 2008. The leather of your office chair is cool against your back. The numbers on the screen are familiar, comforting. For 20 years, you have provided stability in a volatile world, a steady 10 to 12% return every single year. Then your phone rings. It's your son. He sounds tight. Clients are nervous about the market. They want to pull their money out. The total redemption request for the week is $7 billion. You hang up the phone. $7 billion. The number doesn't feel real. You remember the beginning. The promise was so simple. You told them it was a split-strike conversion strategy, a complex options play to limit downside. The truth is much simpler. You take new money from investor B to pay profits to investor A. You don't trade a single share. You just deposit the checks. The only rule is that the statements showing that steady 12% growth must always go out on time. You look at the Chase Bank statement on your desk, the real one. The balance is just under $300 million. You make your first decision of the day. You tell your secretary to hold all calls. You need to think. This isn't a market problem. It's a math problem. The cash on hand is less than 5% of what's being requested this week alone. Your mind drifts back to the 1990s. It was easy then. The dot-com bubble was making cowboys rich one day and broke the next. Your clients loved you for delivering a consistent 11% while their neighbors were losing everything. Money flooded in. You didn't even have to ask. People begged you to take their millions. You felt like you were providing a valuable service, a safe harbor. You rationalized it. The public markets are a casino. What you offer is certainty. You are managing over $5 billion in client funds. You tell yourself this is a better way. You feel the power of their trust. It feels earned. You start to believe you are protecting them from risk, not creating a new, more absolute one. The first billion felt like a milestone. Now it's just a number. Then came the first warning signs. Around 2005, a hedge fund manager starts asking questions. He can't replicate your returns. He says the trading volume you claim would be larger than the entire market for S&P 500 options. He's right, of course. The SEC investigates you for the third time in a decade. You feel a flicker of panic, but you stay calm. You walk them through your fabricated trade records, printed on an old dot matrix printer in a locked room on the 17th floor. They find nothing. They leave, apologizing for taking your time. The moment they're gone, you don't feel relief. You feel invincible. You just stared into the abyss and it blinked first. The hole is now $20 billion deep. You know that a simple, transparent portfolio of global index funds would have returned about 8% annually over this period. But 8% isn't 12%, and almost isn't a story people want to buy. By 2007, you were at the absolute peak. The statements you mail out claim total assets under management of $65 billion. You are a titan. Charities, universities, and famous celebrities trust you with their entire fortunes. You are no longer just managing money. You are a pillar of philanthropy, a cornerstone of high society. The machine now requires over $250 million in new cash every month just to function. You start gently limiting withdrawals, citing market instability. No one questions it. They thank you for your prudence. You believe you have built something that cannot fail. You've outsmarted the market, the regulators, everyone. The hubris is a physical warmth. The warning signs are everywhere, the frozen credit markets, the frantic calls, but you don't look. Looking makes it real. And then the calls begin. It's Tuesday now. The dam isn't leaking, it's shattering. Every ring of the phone is a new multi-million-dollar redemption request. The number is no longer $7 billion. It's climbing. You can't move money that doesn't exist. You can't generate trades that never happened. For 20 years, you lived in a theoretical world of your own creation. Now, reality is demanding a withdrawal. In a moment of cold, stark clarity, You see the two numbers side by side on your monitor. Liabilities, $64.8 billion. Assets, $294.3 million. The game is over. There is no move left to make. There is no one left to call. There is only the truth. On Wednesday, you call your sons to the office, the same office where they grew up thinking you were a financial genius. You close the door, you sit them down, you look them in the eye and say the words. It's all one big lie. It's a Ponzi scheme. The trust they have for you, a lifetime of it, evaporates in less than 15 seconds. Their faces show not anger, but a hollowed-out confusion. That is the real cost. The next day, they report you to the federal authorities. You watch on the news as your face is plastered next to the number $65 billion. You hear the stories, the family foundations wiped out, the retirements of thousands of teachers and electricians gone, the life savings of friends who trusted you for over 40 years reduced to zero. You are no longer in control. You are just watching the consequences. You are now sitting in a quiet, sterile room. An investigator asks a simple question. Why didn't you just invest the money? Even in a basic S&P 500 index fund, with the billions you had, the 7% average historical return would have made you legitimately wealthy beyond measure. It would have been real. You have no answer for him. You just stare at the table. The truth is, the lie became more important than the money. The feeling of being smarter than everyone was the real return you were chasing. The scheme is over. The accounts are frozen, but you are still here. And the debt you truly owe is the one that can never, ever repay.